We discussed visitation and like shared custody. He's not picking the kids up on his days, but he's out on social media, story going wild.
Okay, so why are you back here today? I guess I'm a little confused. Are you trying to make him pay more?
Yes.
Okay, the last time you were here, you brought in some...
The drama kicks off immediately with Miss Mercy's return to court, facing off with her child's father, Mr. Cotty, who's finally showing up after skipping the previous session. The tension is palpable, especially when she reveals that the father isn't just neglecting child support. He's also neglecting his parental duties, including visitation. But here's where it gets really interesting. Miss Mercy admits she took a bold, some might say illegal, step. She catfished him, creating a fake profile to get him to reveal his income, and it worked. Engagement. Question: what do you think about Miss Mercy's approach? Was it justified, or did she go too far?
The name of Marissa, and he was telling Marissa how much money he makes?
He fell for the bait.
Isn't that illegal, Your Honor?
Which part?
All of it.
No. We'll get to you in just a second because I have a lot.
The moment Miss Mercy reveals her method, posing as someone named Marissa to get financial info out of Mr. Cotty, it's hard not to feel the shock from Judge Vonda B. This is straight-up catfishing, folks. And while Mr. Cotty seems caught, off guard, Miss Mercy stands firm in her actions. She got the proof she needed, but can this really be trusted? The judge is skeptical, but the moment Mr. Cotty admits that it was him talking about his income, you can practically hear the courtroom. So engagement question: do you think this fake profile stunt was worth it? Should the court accept this evidence?
He makes $4,000 a week, and I've got that proof right here for you.
Okay. All right, so that's an additional, if true, it's an additional $16,000 a month. Let's look through here. Okay. And you're wanting an increase of his child support. You do this much talking? Hold on, I'll get to you in a minute. I'll get to you in a minute. So you want an increase of his child support based on these captions about 4,000. Oh, he actually said it. Okay. Again, allegedly, because he said he has an assistant. So let me make sure I write this down. 16,000 additional to the 60,000 that you already said he makes. Okay, all right. The 60,000 a year is 16,000. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him? Because you were here the last time, so I heard a lot of what you said, and I have my notes here in front of me. I really want to hear from Dad.
Yeah, I do too, since he decided to show up today.
Listen, he showed up. Again, he showed up.
You're right, you're right.
Didn't we have this conversation?
Right, he's
when
here.
You were here the last time when we talked about you being petty. Y'all wrote it down,
Very petty.
little bag. Yes,
It was
we're
so
not going to
cute.
be petty today. We're going to give him an opportunity to speak because he wasn't here the last time, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, sir, would you spell your last name for me?
Yes, Your Honor. C-O-T-T-Y.
All right. Is it Cotty?
Cotty.
Okay. Mr. Cotty.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
What's
Honor.
going
Excuse me.
on? What's going on? And when I'm asking...
Now here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Mr. Cotty deflects the blame, claiming that his assistant is the one handling his social media. Is anyone buying that? He's a local rapper, apparently, and his assistant is handling all the business. But really, it seems like a convenient excuse to dodge accountability. Judge Vonda B. calls him out, questioning whether the money from his business really counts as personal income. Mr. Cotty insists it's not, but his words don't match his actions. Engagement. Question: do you think Mr. Cotty is being honest about his assistant running the show, or is he hiding something?
Yeah, so we bake goods, you know, and I wasn't aware that, oh, this is Marissa, but...
So it is true. You were talking to Marissa.
Well, I see my messages, but I have an assistant who runs my account. You know, I can't be doing those day-to-day things. I got other things that I like to tend to throughout the day.
All right. So this additional money that are on your captions on social media, is that you speaking or is that your assistant?
That's my assistant speaking on my behalf.
So it is true.
It's my assistant.
As we dig deeper into Mr. Cotty's claims, it becomes clear that he's running a tight operation, but not one that's entirely transparent. His stories about the baked goods business and fundraisers feel a bit thin, don't they? The judge calls him out again, pressing for documentation to prove his income is tied to the business and not his pocket. But wait, the kicker. He admits he hasn't filed taxes in 3 years. Not a good look. Mr. Cotty's story is unraveling, right before our eyes. Engagement. Question. How can someone not file taxes for 3 years? Is this a red flag for the court?
Okay, what does that even mean? Yes, but no.
They're like a group of people who give themselves a title, but are they a legitimate label? That I don't know.
She's been to the concerts, Your Honor. Front row.
Right, but me and my homegirls, we call ourselves something and we're not a label, so.
Okay. Well, I guess, let me ask this question. Do you have access to private health insurance?
No, Your Honor, I just go to the hospital when I need to go.
Can you get access to health insurance coverage? Because right now you're reimbursing her $150 for coverage.
I thought they ended Obamacare.
Okay, so this is the way it works. That's not private health insurance.
Oh.
Private health insurance is something that you have and that you pay for every month. That's what she's doing.
Oh.
The children have to be covered.
How much that costs?
Well, it depends on what program you want to put them under. Right now, she's paying them $150. If you can find something cheaper than that, that would be an option. But if not, it's best to leave the children under her health insurance plan and just reimburse her, which is what you're currently doing.
So another $150 on top of what I already pay?
No, the $150 is included in that. Without the $150, it comes out to roughly $618. Including that is $768. So if you were to provide health insurance privately for the children, you would just pay that amount, but your child support would be dropped down to a lesser amount.
Your Honor, she don't even take the kids to the doctor. I'm the one always taking them to the doctor, taking them to the dentist.
When?
When they sick.
Because I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay, so.
As we dive into the technicalities, it's clear that Mr. Cotty's lack of documentation is going to cost him. Judge Vonda B. reminds him that under Texas law, his net income, including money he claims isn't for him personally, still counts toward his child support. He can't just claim it's for the business and avoid paying. But there's a twist. He's still required to support his children based on his actual resources. Engagement question. Should business-related income be exempt from child support calculations?
Your Honor.
All right. You got served. Did you read the paperwork you were served with?
I was at my concert. Guy handed me a piece of paper I was performing. That's about it.
So the answer is no, probably.
Correct.
Okay. Well, within that paperwork, when you're served, it tells you you're coming to court today, and these are some documents that you need to bring with you. Now, granted, everybody doesn't bring them, but that's how you would have been able to prove that the money that's been posted on your social media that you have admitted to is additional income, but it's for the business, not for your person. Because if you don't do that, it looks like all of that is going into your pocket. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, with all due respect, I ain't filed my taxes about 3-4 years, so how does that work?
Okay, that's between you and the IRS. That doesn't have anything to do with me.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, so anywho, so this is what we're going to do. Until you bring something in here that shows this income is not yours, your person, it is for your business, Texas law says that it's a net resource. So it has to be included in your gross. Do you understand what that means?
What if I stop doing my fundraisers?
Well, you're currently doing it, right? Even if you stop doing your fundraisers, people do that all the time. You have to know, I have seen and heard that before. People will come in here, find out that the additional money that they're making on the side is going to be included in their child support, and they no longer want to do it. But guess what? You're still going to pay child support based off of it.
So I can't quit.
Oh, you can quit. It's just not going to do anything in your child support. Okay. You understand that?
I got you.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. Why are you smiling so hard?
Gotcha. No, I'm just kidding.
Got him what?
Finally to show up and take care of his kids. That's all I've been asking.
You know what? At the end of the day, he didn't have to show up the last time because you got exactly what it is that you asked this court for.
The tension hits a peak when Judge Vonda B. sharpens her stance, reminding Mr. Cotty that if he doesn't bring proof of his business claims, it's going to look like he's hiding income. And the final blow comes when he admits he didn't, even read the papers he was served with. Talk about disrespecting the court. The judge is clearly frustrated, and rightly so. If you're going to be in court, you need to at least show up prepared. Engagement. Question: do you think Mr. Cotty is genuinely clueless, or is he trying to get away with something?
So you got exactly what you wanted. So why are you being mean to him? Why are you being petty?
Sorry, it's just a lot of built up emotion.
Because
I
she's
haven't
single,
seen
Your
him.
Honor, that's all.
Huh?
She's single.
Oh, so that's what it is. It's some hurt feelings.
Let's talk about this supposed business of Mr. Cotty's for a moment. He insists it's all legit, but without proof of a business structure or tax filings, it's hard to take him seriously. He's also dodging responsibility for his children, claiming he doesn't have access to health insurance. Yet, Miss Mercy's been covering it, while Mr. Cotty's been living large, at least according to his social media. The hypocrisy is hard to ignore. Engagement. Question: do you think the judge will trust Mr. Cotty's word, or will this lack of evidence harm his case?
Y'all even color coordinated. Y'all have the same patterns on. You
Think she's
both
spying
have
on me, Your
black
Honor.
shirts.
Oh
Think
my
she's
God.
spying on me.
What's that about? Is there something you all want to tell me today?
Despite all the back and forth, there's a moment of clarity. The judge lays it down. If Mr. Cotty doesn't bring in evidence to prove his claims, it will all be counted as income for him. He's trapped. This is where the weight of the situation hits home. Miss Mercy has done her homework, and while her methods may be questionable, she's not backing down. Mr. Cotty can either fess up or face the consequences. Engagement. Question: do you think Miss Mercy should be awarded more child support? Or is Mr. Cotty's version of events plausible?
Other children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So this is what we are going to do. Based on that additional income, you actually kind of max out.
I tried to tell her.
His income maxes out. Okay? Do you understand what that means?
No.
All right, so that means that although he has that additional money that you saw, that does not mean you're going to get 15% of all of that money. All right, so what were you thinking his child support should have been? So I can tell you it's not that.
I just thought a smooth 1,000 would be substantial.
You
For
thought
both
1,000?
of the kids together.
Oh, so 2,000 each.
No, 1,000 total.
Oh, 1,000 each, 2,000 total.
I mean, that'll work too.
Okay. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. I have the authority to base his child support off of that additional money, right? However, you also admitted that you know about the business. So you know that that additional money is related to his business, right?
His baking business.
Yeah, the baking business. You know that, right? So the fact that you know it is kind of disingenuous for you to come in here and act as though you didn't know it. because it doesn't look like you're no longer coming in here for the benefit of the kids. It looked like you just want to come in here and stick it to them and get more money off of them.
No, these kids are very expensive.
No, I don't disagree that children are very expensive. However, you can't play with unclean hands.
Toxic.
You know, excuse me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Excuse me. Now, I got on to her about being petty. Let's not do that.
My bad. I apologize, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. All right? So, you can't play with unclean hands. You come in here, you say he didn't show up to court, he's not taking care of these kids, and you know about the bacon business. You know that it makes additional money on the side. So this is what I'm going to do. I am not going to make him pay child support at that higher amount, because based on what he said and based on what you said, it's not income for him personally. It's income for his business, okay? So what we are going to do, though, is have you carry the health insurance. Now, you said you can get access. You don't have access to it right now, but you can put them under a health insurance plan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so put them under a health insurance plan. I'll give you credit for $150. So we'll just leave the child support alone.
Boom.
It'll stay where it is. It'll stay at the $768 amount.
Okay.
Thank you for wasting our time today.
Thank you
Well,
for showing up. Had you had been here last time, we wouldn't be going through this today.
Okay,
I just got served.
Neither one of you kind of wasted my time fully being here today, because he needed to show up, obviously, to get the truth revealed for
truth.
what you already knew. So, you know, you can't throw shade at him without pointing the finger back at yourself.
You right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right. Now, is there anything further? No?
No.
Okay. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, if there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
All right.
Hope you don't have any plans this weekend. You're babysitting.
Babysit his own kids. Okay.
Be sure to like this video by clicking the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.
At the end of the day, there's a certain level of resolution, though not without tension. Mr. Cotty finally steps up, admitting some truth, but there's a clear undercurrent of frustration. Miss Mercy gets what she wanted, a commitment from him to take care of his kids. But the drama's not over. There are still unresolved feelings and lingering questions about his actions. Professional overview. This case highlights the complexities of child support disputes and the lengths some will go to uncover the truth. In this instance, Miss Mercy's unconventional approach was pivotal in bringing financial transparency into the light. However, the question remains whether Mr. Cotty will truly step up, as his actions in the courtroom seem to suggest a reluctance to fully take responsibility. Call to action, CTA. If you want to see how this case unfolds further, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more courtroom drama, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think is in the wrong here? Let us know.